all the holes we've made in the timeline, it was bound to split. 2 to 3 or 2 to a west, just know we'll never quit. 23 full years of questing to base for deaths, but that's a given. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2007. Welcome back. It's April 24th, 2007. The Hunter training continues with level 78 Hunter. That is diseased Jadinkos, carrion Jadinkos, and gray moths. These do not exist. Got a specific Hunter level I'm going for here. I mean, this time and the next time we train Hunter. That should be enough, I think. But we're not going to be training a huge amount of Hunter here. Just a few levels. 79 Hunter. Camouflage Jadinkos. And Divine Implants. Still no. And lastly, for this training session at least, there is 80 Hunter. Milestone, achievement, and quite a few unlocks. Also just gonna grab the rest of these salamanders for all the extra Hunter XP. It's pretty good. And get rid of those. Let's see what we got here. 5 traps at a time. That is actually at the correct level, unlike all the other previous multi-traps. Draconic Jadinkos, Ruby Harvest Barehanded, Ant Gala Traps, Mega Mastix Hides, the Trapper Outfit, Spaghetti Apterosaurs, Common Jadinkos outside of Herblore Habitat, and the Skygo's Hypno Wand do not exist. It's just more traps for at least the Hunter methods that use traps. Other ones, not so much. And all the ones that only use the singular trap still don't work either. Anyways, that is a decent level. Still not quite where we need it to be, but one more training session should take care of that. So I'm going to hold on to these until I've decided exactly what we're doing here. I think I'm going to need a rope here. But since we are 20 wilderness, we can just leave. So that's nice. Don't need to spend too much extra time hanging out in the wilderness. Not the best place to be. Anyways, we've got some updates to go through. Some pretty chunky texts, many posts, lots of stuff going on. And that starts on April 30th, 2007. Postbag from the Hedge, number 18. We got Evil Bob, the Ham Leader, Melzar, and some haikus. All sorts of interesting stuff. Answering your messages. A new wallpaper, possibly of the King Black Dragon. Seems to be about where it is on the list of wallpapers and the current day. Some ancient enemy of Varrock, it says. Potentially the King Black Dragon. Lots of stuff in the wilderness is a problem in Varrock, so that would check out. In the bugs portion, you are no longer able to be pushed through barricades during Castle Wars games with the Dragon Spear's pushing special attack. That was kind of awkward. Put up all these barricades to stop people from running into the castle, and people just get pushed through. Potentially also more Castle Wars griefing, which is always a great time. The Goldsmithing Gauntlets now give the bonus experience for smelting gold while at the blast furnace. Which means nothing to us, because Goldsmithing Gauntlets don't exist, and Ironman can't go to the blast furnace for some reason in RuneScape 3. So, there you go. The Dust Runes inventory icon was randomly shrunk, so now it's back to normal size. All kinds of weird stuff just happens. Like, how? How did a rune change sizes? How did that be a thing that happened? Mostly spaghetti. Split bark greaves were not greaves, so they've been renamed to split bark boots. Consistency and accurate information. And the last bug fix for this day. The newly updated surface goblins slid around on the floor during combat instead of like walking and moving their legs. So that's been fixed. Actual update for today is jewelry related. Whole bunch of new stuff and new enchants for some old stuff. The diamond necklace is now enchanted into the Phoenix necklace, which has a similar saving your life, giving you some health back idea as the Ring of Life. Well, the Ring of Life just teleports you away. The Phoenix necklace, you stay where you were in danger and just get some health back. Potentially good if you want to still be there. We've got the Amulet of Glory here. And more stats would probably save us more than a necklace would. Ring of Life is an absolute final backup plan. The Dragonstone necklace is now a skills necklace when you enchant it. It supports you to various guilds around the game, like the Crafting Guild, Cooking Guild, stuff like that. More nice teleports. If we had a skills necklace, it would go really nicely with the Games necklace and Ring of Dueling for all sorts of teleports all over the place. Inventory slots, though. Can't really make use of that. Later, there's something that could do something for that. Don't know if we're going to bother, though. Anyways. The Onyx necklace, which is much higher level, is now a Berserker necklace, giving bonus damage when using obsidian weapons, which mattered a whole lot more for strict tiering of Evolution of Combat and all that. There's something. New kinds of jewelry. Going in the gloves slot, we've got bracelets. Regular gold bracelets, which can't be enchanted, same as all the other regular gold stuff. Then all the rest of them can be. Sapphire bracelets become bracelets of clay, allowing you to mine soft clay instead of the hard clay that you need to then use a bucket. So that's skipping a step, very helpful. But they only have so many charges, so that's something. The Emerald bracelet becomes a Castle Wars bracelet, giving you various benefits if you wear it while starting a game of Castle Wars. And then you would obviously probably switch to actually good gloves once you get in there. The Ruby bracelet becomes a bracelet of inoculation, giving you some resistance to disease, which also doesn't exist anymore. The Diamond bracelet is the Abyssal bracelet, protecting you from getting skulled while going to the abyss, which also not a thing anymore. All of these have been changed in their effects. Still not very useful either way, though. The Dragonstone bracelet becomes a combat bracelet with reasonable combat stats and teleports to various combat guilds, like the Monastery and Archer's Guild and stuff like that. Again, even more teleports would be convenient. And again, would take up an inventory slot, because we'd either have the spined gloves or whichever gloves we're using taking up the slot so we can put it back in the costume room, or we'd have to go and get those gloves again. And also, the combat bracelet no longer has any stats for some reason. And lastly, the Onyx bracelet becomes the Regen bracelet, increasing your natural regen. We're going to be worrying about that in a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Not anything we particularly need, but it's nice to have more teleports for people that can actually hold on to these things. Sigh. And you can also recharge the new Dragonstone bracelets and necklaces at the Legends Guild, instead of dumping them in the Heroes Guild for the glory. Anyway. Continuing on May 1st, 2007, behind the scenes. Stuff for this month includes achievements, a Lunar Island quest, and many graphical reworks and updates. But also, it's currently including a lot more bots and real-world trading. So much so that a post has been made about it. They're getting increasing numbers of bot reports. It's people seeing all the base-looking characters at base level running between places in obviously scripted movements. They're aware of it and working to tackle it. Previously, the banning of 8,000 accounts per week was pretty much keeping up with it, but it's kind of getting out of hand currently. Interestingly, the vast majority of the new bots are actually Chinese or Korean gold farmers, specifically in here to get the gold and sell it for actual profit. Some of them are actually using bots, and some of them are actual just people in sweatshops. And this is their job / they're in a sweatshop. Are they actually really being paid much of it? Probably not. So a lot of unsavory characters related to this. They're banning them, doing IP bans, still getting around by just changing that, and taking all their gold when they ban them, obviously. 6 billion gold removed just last week. This whole problem would disappear if everybody would stop buying gold. Just stop. It's never stopped everyone before, and they just keep doing it. We can't buy gold because we're Ironman. There you go. And so, since the main cause of the problem is people buying the gold, and they would all go away if people would stop, they're going to be cracking down on real-world trading. Reminder, all the trades can be tracked, so they can see who traded this gold 3 times to pretend that it's not being sold. And it's also a 1 strike and you're out system. If you get caught, you will be banned forever. Probably. Also going to be going after various third-party, quote-unquote, fan sites that are advertising gold buying services. Lots of things you can do to help here. Use the report abuse option for anyone botting or real-world trading. Boycott the fan sites until they stop advertising cheats. And just don't buy the gold. Come on. My goodness. This would not be a problem if everyone would just behave. Repercussions coming soon. On a more positive note, on May 4th, 2007, RuneScape hits 1 million members milestone. That is a lot of people paying to play the game. Potentially some of them are the bots, but that's temporary, so this is all at one time in total. And there's still just tons and tons of actual people too, because you need a lot of people in order to even have that ecosystem be able to exist in the first place. Yeah, the vast majority are actual people here, having a great time, playing the game, doing all sorts of stuff, like PvP, and trading their friends. Repercussions coming soon. So yeah, this is a huge milestone. They're committed to continuing to update the game, make it bigger and better. Got exciting plans coming up. Don't want to miss things that are going to be happening. And speaking of things that are happening, on May 8th, 2007, a few bug fixes. The Abyssal Bracelet, which stopped you from getting skulled, will now also stop you from getting your skull timer reset by entering the Abyss. Very specific. Because if you were already skulled and put it on, it doesn't unskull you. So, it just works how you would expect it to. The jacket and the cap from Enlightened Journey can now be stored in the costume room. So, that little bit where we had that in there and then decided we weren't going to keep it, that was wrong. It's wild how much time it sometimes takes for things to get added to the costume room. Gonna have to be a little bit more on top of that, I feel. I got a few things that I looked into a little bit more for the costume room, where and when they're able to be put in. And it does take a little bit sometimes. So, I keep worrying about that constantly. With all this new rechargeable Dragonstone jewelry, it's been updated. And instead of having to use each individual piece of jewelry from your inventory every time in order to recharge it, just all goes. All at once, one at a time, either way. You just don't need to click every single time anymore to get all your jewelry nice and recharged. All around the world, general stores now have a different map icon. Previously, it looked like a pot with flour in it, but they don't sell pots of flour. So now it's an empty pot. There you go. Consistency and accurate information. You'll love to see it. On the graphical side of things, there's been a graphical update for all the cow fights, including the Cowfight Queen, and also scorpions, and spiders, and metal dragons. It's been a lot. We're going to be seeing some metal dragons pretty soon here. Anyways. And now, the main update. What we're here for. What we're going to do. The Karamja Achievement Diary. A whole list of a whole bunch of different things you can do on Karamja. Do them all, and you get rewards. Split into easy, medium, and hard achievements. Later on, becomes not achievement diaries. It becomes area tasks. We can work with what we got here. And there's only the one currently, instead of all of these. This is just how much more achievement diaries we got to do in the future. Easy Karamja, medium Karamja, and hard Karamja. Going to see if we can't just easily go back and do all the tasks here. Because most of the time, if not all the time, pre-completing the achievement diary tasks didn't count. So what we need to do is go back through all these. I think it'd probably be easiest to go back through in order here. So we're going to start with the easy Karamja diary. Do the 8 tasks we already did again, and then go do the last 2. Should be pretty doable. If we find anything that's going to complicate things for us, we will get to that when we get to that. We got a lot of places to go to on Karamja. The easy tasks are, unsurprisingly, very easy here. Starting off by just using the boats. Very, very simple. Travel to Port Sarum via the dock at Musa Point. Check off the list. Definitely something we've done before, so that's okay. Another thing we can do is pick 5 bananas. Had to do that way back in Pirate's Treasure, where we had to get the rum off the island here. There's 5 bananas. Check that one. off the list. We got a whole list here. It's a thing. We've kept our rope and fishing net from the hunter. We're gonna come over here and catch something in the water here on the dock. And that is fishing. Very, very simple things out here. It's pretty wild. We'll be heading into the volcano in a bit here. Right now, we need to continue on to other parts of the island. Well, this looks absolutely wild, completely reworked here. It's pretty great. That's something. Over in the Brimhaven side of things, got a few other things we need to do here. Like using another boat. I guess it's technically doing something on Karamja to take the boat, leaving Karamja. You'd think coming to Karamja would be more related, but either way. Take the boat to Ardoin. Oh boy. And now, we're in Ardoin. Then we immediately go back to Karamja, because that's where we need to be doing things, on Karamja. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Further on this direction, got a few more tasks we can do before we head south. It's quite the large island, Karamja. We might need to be taking some agility energy resting breaks here. We swing over on the rope swing to the Moss Giant Island. That is another task. Might not actually need the rope here, since the rope swings are already here. We got it anyway, so that's fine. So that is complete there. Requiring 10 agility. And then wildly out of line with all the other requirements for the easy tasks here. Mine gold with 40 mining. Higher requirements than most of the other tasks from even the medium here. Just kind of ran out of things, I guess. There's our actual achievement here. Previously we had no reason to mine gold here on Karamja, since it's nowhere near a furnace, and not helpful whatsoever. So there you go. Next up, we're gonna head south here. Get attacked by a whole bunch of these guys. Past this little connection here to the lower part of Karamja. Over here, there's a few things we can do. Like pick up this seaweed. Many times. And drop it some more. And then pick it up again. And drop it some more. And pick it up again. Pick up 5 seaweed. And that's a task. Potentially, the idea would be pick up 5 different seaweed. But the check is pick up a piece of seaweed. So all you need to do is keep picking it up. That's okay. Very simple. Very cool. Over in the more combat side of things, which we're definitely going to be getting to later, you come over here to the pothole dungeon after running past some harpy bug swarms. Boo, harpy bug swarms, boo. Get down in here to fight ourselves a Joker, which we really could do. Search the rocks right here. We can get down in here. Again, been a long time since we've come down in here. Probably just for Jungle Potion. Or we fought a Joker, and it was easy. And now it's even easier, because we got the Crystal Bow. Joker, defeated. Want some nature runes? Meh. Gonna have more nature runes later anyways. A Joker is, in fact, a jungle ogre. There you go. And then we just have 2 more tasks to complete. One that we've already done before, because it was required for us to have done so. And one we've never done. But we'll be doing a lot more very soon. Running through even more of Karamja here. Gonna be a lot more of the medium and hard tasks further out in the jungle here. Easy was mostly up in the more towns area. That's okay. Make our way all the way to south here, where we need to cross the bridge over to Cairn Island. We had to do that multiple times for Shallow Village because of all the stuff over here. And also for Tabawana Trio, because one of the brothers was there. Climbing up the rocks and crossing the bridge. With 77 agility, we shouldn't fall off, one would hope. Cross the bridge. Amazing. And that leaves only one task that we need to do. And this is going to happen over in the Tsar City. In order to get there, we got the fairy ring, which will help us quite a bit. We can also just go back to Karamja, and via the glory would also work. Well, that's fine too. This will get us just straight into the city. And then there's the whole situation with where in the city are we actually at, because the whole thing has been completely remodeled. We just need to get in here and do our best. It's gonna be dungeons, Tsar area. Here we go. Let's see, where are we at? Right here? That's perfect. It's actually a pretty decent fairy ring later. We just need to enter the fight cave. Oh boy. Prepare to fight for your life. I'm not prepared to fight for my life. I am leaving. Fight caves. It's gonna be a thing. I suppose you tried. Better luck next time. Yeah. You have completed all the different names and all the different tiles for all the achievements. It would just say unachievement until they got all the names with the new interface and everything. Well, that is the Karamja Set Tasks Achievement Diary. Easy. We got a reward from Pirate Jackie the Fruit outside the Brimhaven Agility Arena. And that is, of course, over in Brimhaven. So let's get over there for our reward. Jackie. Ahoy there. Ahoy. About the task system. I've done all the easy tasks in the Karamja set. You have that? I see your list. Suppose you'll be wanting your reward then. Yes, please. These here Karamja gloves be a symbol of your exploring on the island. I'll have a word with the seafaring folk who sail to Port Sarim and Ardoin. They should take you on board for half price if you're wearing them. Del Monte might think you worthy of his pineapples if you show them to him. You can take this lamp I found wash ashore too. Wow, thanks. Some of that makes sense. The Karamja gloves. Whether or not you need to wear or have or own things, also potentially slightly changed. But as Pirate Jackie said there, we now get half-price boats for the 2 boats that we took during the easy tasks here, for a whopping 15 GP instead. We'd also just bring the Ring of Karos and be free, but that's fine. Also, there's mention of pineapples. That's not a thing yet. That replaced the Karamja Deals bonus, where all shops on Karamja would buy and sell things for more favorable prices. Like 13% or so. Pretty good deals. But with the personalized shops update, they just got rid of that entirely. Because why not, I guess. And lastly, this lamp. 1000 XP. In skills above 30 or something. all our skills are 58 plus here. And of course we're going to put in Herblore. 1,000 Herblore XP. Lovely stuff. Was it really worth it to do all those things for 1,000 XP and 15 gold off of the boat prices? Maybe. Part of it's just the fun of exploring around, doing stuff. And boy, do we have stuff to do in the medium Karamja diary, where there are 19 tasks. This is a lot. I'm gonna need to get a lot of more things here in order to get to all the places and do all the things here. And massive problems for some of these. One task that we can get off the list, since it's right here, before we go and get all the things. Get an Agility Arena ticket. It's not even a ticket anymore. It's in the currency interface business. But that is off the list. We've got even more transportation methods. Like Captain Shanks here. Hello there, shipmate. Port Kazar, Port Sarum, where are you bound? So you don't have a ticket. My colleague normally sells in the Shallow Village, but I can sell you for a small additional charge. So I would say 36 gold pieces. Yes, I'll buy a ticket for the ship. Good deal, no mistake. Here's your old shipmate. Here's your ticket. Where do you want to sail? Port Kazar, please. Very well, me old shipmate. Let's take your ticket and then we'll set sail. What a system. Sells the ticket, immediately use the ticket. Sail to here. That's an achievement. Wild stuff. And that is off the list. Here's us exactly where we want to be here, with the charter crew members to the shipyard. The charter ships are even more expensive. And then, for the actual achievement, we need to charter away from here. Probably 2 Karamja would be the cheapest one. I'm not even checking to see how much these cost. They're not saying. But that is charter from the shipyard. And no mistake. We charter back to the shipyard, because that's where we want to be. We also have the other transportation here, which I guess is more technically where we actually want to be. We want to be here. We want to be here by going from elsewhere. It's a whole system here. We're really all over the place. And no mistake. Let us take the glider into Karamja. Again, things we've already done. Lots of these. Some of these are achievements we totally could have done at pretty much any time. Just never really had a reason to, obviously. That's okay. Charter the gnome glider to Karamja. Previously we crashed into Karamja. We can also go to here too. Chartered. There you go. We've also got a few things in the inventory here. Like this spider on a stick, which we can cook here on this fire. Spider on a stick. Nicely cooked. Very tasty. Already did that before too. Just because we could. Just because we could. Spider on a stick. Now we're over here on the other side of Karamja here. Lots of stuff going on. We need to head more north here. Past these Jogers here. They are, in fact, not Jogers we need for a task, because they're not in the pothole dungeon. And we already did that one, so that's good. We need to catch a Karamja up here, all the way at the top. Use a Karamja in the fishing vessel, and go fishing. Very special fishing spots here. The vessel. Catch a Karamja. There you go. Look at that. That is something we're going to be holding on to for later. That's a hard task. Catch the Karamja. Check. And then we got a few other things we could do. Obviously. It's a whole list. Getting reasonable connections of things we can do all in a row here. Down in the dungeon, we can do some Dragon Slayer related things. Like heading through this wall. It's a hidden wall, and we found it. Long ago. And then we can go all the way through, climb up the rope here to visit Crandor. Nice place they got here. Not really much to do on Crandor. Guess there's technically a mine. We don't want to mine something else entirely. But on the way to that mine, we can also do a few other things. Wow, we never planted a tree patch here, huh? I specifically didn't put a tree here. Or did I? Did I forget to? Oh boy. We need a fruit tree seed now. That's not ideal. Alright. Concerning. Pay fare to get over to Shiloh Village. That's a task. And once we get to Shiloh Village, we need to go and mine. Up in the mine. Previously, these were different kinds of gem rocks, so they gave different kinds of gems. Now we mine these. How bad is it with this bronze pickaxe we brought? Yeah, it's not terrible. Previously required us to get a red topaz, which was not too uncommon. Now it requires specifically to get a ruby. That's a diamond. That's the wrong kind. We definitely already got every kind of gem that we can get from here. The various mining the correct number of gems that we needed to mine before. But that already happened, so that's fine. We can just get the ruby here. That'd be great. That's an emerald. Yeah, close enough. Not really. Never going to get a red topaz, because red topaz are not from the new precious gem rocks. Look at all these different gem rocks. All the different stuff they do. It's pretty wild. Ruby on the third one? Nope, another emerald. Ooh. While we let ourselves mine here, let's see if we can look at the achievements. Did we already do the tree? Favor, mahogany, machete, or healthy fruit tree. Okay. Yeah, we need an actual fruit tree here. That's going to be a time constraint. There's the ruby. Drop all these. I do not have a fruit tree seed. I was supposed to plant a fruit tree here at some point. And I was supposed to have not checked the fruit tree's health. And that would have solved my problem right now. Completely forgot that. All these years. The best way to get a fruit tree seed would be wood cutting. It's not exactly quick. Something we could try to do. Although, to be fair, we got another thing that's not too quick that we need to do. So maybe we just get that done. Would be fine. Let's go around to other tasks first, though. Should be accomplishable. Another pile of easily doable tasks down in the Brimhaven dungeon. Task 1. Chop these vines in order to actually go into the dungeon. If you didn't bring a hatchet, you couldn't continue. Hilarious stuff. Another task for jumping across these stepping stones. Jump, 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 and jump. And then one more for continuing further in here and climbing up some stairs. The other part of the dungeon. Wow, demons and stuff. There you go. Climb the stairs. Okay. More to be done in the dungeon here for the harder tasks. But for now, we can get over to a few other things. Here's a Grack trying to poke me. But we are going to use our 80 Hunter to successfully get it. And there is a Grack. Got a good fur too. Don't even need that. Okay. The rest of the things here are all more related to the type of one I clean up. So I think before we get into that entire mess, I want to try to go get this tree seed. I'm gonna go make myself an adamant hatchet, because of course I can. And see what I want to woodcut. Honestly, that didn't really take that long. Just over here, dropping oak logs. Not even doing anything with them. Banana tree seed. Okay. So we just need to plant that. And in an effort to make sure we succeed here, I'm going to protect this with 4 baskets of apples. Just need to go get 20 cooking apples. Put them in baskets. Problem solved. Fruit tree planted and protected. So that's going to work out just fine. And that brings us to the other remaining tasks here. All related to Tabawana Village. First thing we need to do is get this up to 100%. We could have gotten this done back when we were doing My Arms Big Adventure, when we had to get it to 60. But that wouldn't have counted for the achievement since it didn't exist yet, so we got this traded down by getting all of the bits from these guys. The trading sticks. And now we are boosting this back up again just by chopping. And we really need to do the chopping here because we need to get specific things. You gonna take that bush snake? We need to get a gout tuber in order to make a machete. Not that we need to make a machete. This is fine. But yeah, there is some % chance of getting a gout tuber each time we hack down one of the jungles here. So, with any luck, we might get it before we get to 100%. That'd be good. Get more favor for fighting things and things. So, with doing this, need to get a gout tuber, and then once we get to 100%, also trade in for more trading sticks to go into the hardwood grove to chop some stuff. I'll be fine. All comes down to getting a gout tuber. Rude a victim. Rude. Trying to do stuff. And that also counts for a whole pile of favor. My goodness. Yeah, we might get this done before we get the gout tuber. Unfortunate. There is 100%. We got there. We definitely got there. What we have not gotten is the gout tuber, of course. So, we're just going to do the other ones here. Go around talking to people till we get the 100 trading sticks. Should be fine. There's 32. Just talk to a whole bunch of people. There's a good number of people around here. Talk about. I'm doing some work around the village. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of good work. Let me give you something for your time, effort. Trading sticks. I just keep talking to people. Realistically, I think we do need more trading sticks for later. When we actually make the whole thing. But for right now, 100 in order to get in here and chop some trees. We'll check some other stuff off here. They also take a while to get more trading sticks to trade, so you need to be aware of that too. Quick pay, 100. To chop, mahogany, antique. Shouldn't be too bad. 93 wood cutting and all that. Chop. And chop. Chop it. Eventually here. There you go. And we don't need these. We're just gonna go run around, get enough trading sticks where I actually need. You don't seem to have any teak from high. Sure you want to leave? Yeah. That's okay. See how many of these I'm actually going to need for making the machete. And then it's just the gout tuber. Because of course it is. Well, that took a while. Dig. Gout tuber plant. Lovely stuff. Grab the gout tuber. Look at that. But there is a reason this is 7 million coins. Because it is a pain to deal with. Alright. We also need 3 opals. I'm gonna go mine those. Should be in Shiloh Village. Well, those don't give opals anymore. So we're gonna go to some other gem rocks and get the opals. Okay. Opals collected. Talk to Doc here. What do you do here? Making machetes for Cootie's shop, Buona. You want me to make a machete? We can do a deal if you like. Yes, I'd like a machete. Okay, Buona, here's the deal. There are 3 gem-bladed machete types, in order of quality of hacking proficiency. Order from low to high as follows. Opal machete. The doc requires the following to make this machete. 3 opals, cut or uncut. We're going with uncut. A gout tuber. And 300 trading sticks. Order the opal machete. Okay, Buona. Need the opal machete. Need 3 opals, cut or uncut. Gout tuber, trading sticks, 300. There you go. And that is an opal machete. Which we're going to immediately drop on the ground. If we actually wanted a better machete, we would just trade in a whole bunch of gems to Gabooty's shop here and just buy a machete. This is the biggest waste of money. Especially since gout tubers are always so expensive. Anyways. Now the last medium task is the tree. But it is going to take a little bit. So I suppose we're going to get started on the hard tasks while we wait. The requirements really ramp up for the hard tasks here. 100 combat and 50 slayer to get a task from Duradel here. 169 cow fights. That's perfectly reasonable. There are definitely some tasks here we could have gotten that would have been pretty bad. Well, that's okay. We don't actually have to do the task, so we're not going to. So that's nice. I'm gonna head out into the Karazi jungle to get some things. Oh boy. Here is another pick things up task. This time with palm leaves. There are various trees down here, the leafy palm trees, which drop palm leaves. And then you just pick it up 3, 4, 5 times. And that counts as collect 5 palm leaves. Close enough. Works for me. Use this palm leaf and some umli from the umli birds here. Make an umli wrap. And then a little bit of cooking. Cook the umli wrap on a tree? No. 1 cooked umli wrap. Eat that. And that's a task too. And then this Karamja that we kept. Want to cook that nicely for another completed task. Now we just need to head down into the Legends Guild dungeon here. Oh, always a mess. Our stats are significantly higher, so we should be able to nice and quickly pass all of these skill checks. Like the thieving for the door here. We have 99 thieving. So that should be just fine. Search the ancient gate. Oh boy. The Legends dungeon. What a place. In old school, there's reasons for you to go back down in here. we don't really need to, though. So that's good. Let me smash some boulders. Again, with 80 mining, should be an easy time. Although we did bring a bronze pickaxe, so who knows. Either way, that allows us to get into here through all these various checks. We don't need to go all the way through the dungeon, at least. Just one more door here. Push our way into here with our 80 strength to kill Deathwing. Just this Deathwing. He's dead now. And there you go. I don't think there's anything else to do in this dungeon. Well, there is things to do in a different dungeon, which is also going to be very dangerous and fire related. We said earlier that we were going to be going deeper here in the Brimhaven dungeon. And boy are we. Just about as deep as we could get here. Traveling past the fire giants. Might be coming back to those later, depending on how things go. And by later, I mean later. Chopping through more vines here. Going through this room with no hole in the middle that we can't go down yet. Don't worry about it. And further in, we're going to use some Protect from Magic here. Against the Black Demon. But more importantly, the Bronze Dragon. Which is not safe whatsoever. Bronze Dragons have Dragon Fire. If we stand here in melee distance, it'll melee us more often. It also has a regular magic attack, and didn't even use the Dragon Fire attack. Brilliant. I'll take it. I'll take it. And also take this Dragon Bone and nothing else because I don't worry about it. There you go. Could have put that on the altar in the house. We're going to be going there immediately. That was a mistake. Yeah. With no anti-fire protection, the Dragon Fire was hitting about 200s. But then a shark heals that much, so it's okay. Definitely less than the Dragon Fire would have hit originally. But I didn't want to have to go and get on one-handed weapon and an anti-dragon shield and a different set of armor. They're not too strong. They're not too strong. Here's the one task that was already completed previously. Just grabbed a singular pure essence from the abyssal monsters in the abyss. Over here to the nature altar to craft a nature rune. Neat. Don't need a single nature rune right now, so we're just gonna drop that. That takes care of that. And now it is time for the Mithril Grapple shortcuts to shine. What a process it is to be able to use these shortcuts when you don't already have a crossbow and grapple and everything. Chopped a maple log, put it into a stock here. Went mining and smithing a bunch of mithril to make mithril limbs and a grapple tip and bolts. I got some feathers from a chicken to make the bolts. Use the tip on a bolt to make the unfinished. Use a rope on that. Kill a cow, get some beef, cook it into sinew, make it into a crossbow string on a spinning wheel to finish the crossbow. Make a regular mithril crossbow, wield it, and the grapple to grapple across this shortcut. I think originally there was 2 islands here, just make it more awkward. But here we go. Look at us grappling across. And now we are very happy down here by the harpy bug swarms. There you go. Later on, we'll be able to build hidey holes for all the grapples. Then won't have to constantly make new crossbows and grapples every single time. Not that the grapple shortcuts are super useful, but it's something we could do later. Well, it's okay. Yeah, we don't need all this mithril pieces. Got some smithing XP at least, so that's nice. The banana tree is done. Check health, banana tree. And that is the final medium task. You can also pick these bananas for a little bit more farming XP too. That's nice. You need to talk to Caleb, Hermione, and Shiloh Village. I guess that's easy enough. Pay with Haggerty here. And we'll be in Shiloh Village. The Karamja Inn here definitely is a place that doesn't really do much anymore. A remnant from Classic. What a time. Anyways, this is where we get our reward here. So that's pretty good. Go up the ladder. Talk to Caleb. Hello. Hello, Juana. What can I do for you today? About the task system. I've done all the medium tasks in the Karamja set. Ah, yes, you have. Congratulations. Caleb takes the Karamja gloves and mutters something over them. They seem to shimmer. He hands them back. The enchantment I placed on these gloves is a symbol of your further exploration of the island. As well as the benefits of the previous ones, you can also earn more rewards in the agility arena. Oh, and there's a little added extra for all your hard work too. Wow, thanks. And we can come back and reclaim them if we need to. Which we probably will. Because we're going to be destroying these pretty soon. Anyways, the reward of the extra stuff in the Brimhaven Agility Arena is 10% more agility XP from just doing the obstacles, and a similar 10% more XP when you hand in the tickets for the agility XP rewards. Still does not make it particularly good XP, but it's 10% better than it was. More important for me, honestly, is the lamp for 5,000 XP. Skills 40 plus, I think. Doesn't matter. Again, all our skills are higher level. And we're obviously putting that in Herblore, because Herblore is a pain. Well, there you go. Karamja gloves, 2. Slightly a different color. Amazing. For our penultimate task, we need to become champion of the fight pit. But nobody does the fight pit anymore. So pretty much you just bring someone random, or yourself, to lose. Fight pit. Can we play our attacks off? That's not gonna work. Can we play our attacks on here? Probably not. What if we... No, I don't think that's gonna work. Alright, let's see if we can't make that happen. Gameplay, combat, other players, something something. Action bars. That's not gonna work. Attack options. Legacy combat mode. I need to figure out how to attack myself. It's gonna be just off the screen here. Follow trade, request assist, examine. How difficult this is. Alright, here it is. The choose option menu. Player attack options. Go. Typically we don't need to attack players. There you go. Shoot. My bow. 3 times. But then we have the tasks on this account, so we revive once per day in the fight cave or fight pit. So we get to go again. What a wild advantage. Literally twice as many lives as other people would have. My goodness. Anyways, we continue firing our shots. Doing our best here. Nice big hits. And one more. There you go. This is a safe minigame, so doesn't really matter. Well done, you're the last person in the pit and won that fight. Thanks. Next round will start soon. Wait for my signal before fighting. No, I don't think I will. On the plus side, we get this cool big red skull, so that's fun. Past the fight pit border here. Well done. Take these Tokel as reward. They gave us Tokel. Is that in the currency pouch? Can I get rid of it? Tokel. Favorite it. Oh, currency pouch. You're a continuing problem. Anyways. That was another task. We are the champion now. Yay. And that just leaves the final task of the Karamja Achievement Diary. At least for now. We need to go to the Fight Cave. Specifically, halfway through the Fight Cave to fight a mage. But why would we go to the Fight Cave and only do half of it, when we could just go ahead and do the whole thing? My cape changed. My cape changed. Why'd that do that? I had to fix that. Weird. We're going to the Fight Cave. We want to fight Jad and get a fire cape. It's gonna be easier said than done. Next time. Goodbye.